It's time, guys. It is time for the Final Mystery Labyrinth of Raincoat. My god, what a journey. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Chapter 5 to actually be the last chapter. I thought there was going to be a Chapter 6, because originally I knew that there were 6 chapters to this game, but then I realized I forgot about Chapter 0 at the very start. So, ow!
Why did you let go halfway through?
It's for good luck. We can't just start breaking tradition, you know.
It hurt even more.
I've gotten used to this view.
So yeah, last chapter, everything finally came to a head. We saw Makoto, we discovered how the rain clouds were being created in Kanai Ward, we discovered why they were being created, but now we've got to solve the mystery behind, I think what Makoto was saying, all the dead bodies in the freezer. So yeah, I'm a little bit still unsure about how this mystery labyrinth's going to proceed, because yeah, like, there's so many mysteries we have to solve first. Like, it's not just about who killed all the people, but, you know, there's a whole conspiracy of Kanai Ward and the United World Government. And then there's also the mysteries behind Yuma's missing memories, and also who that hooded figure is that we still haven't seen. So I really hope we get everything answered in this game, and it doesn't just all get sort of handed out at the end as sort of a side note. But anyway.
In the beginning, you were so terrified of the Mystery Labyrinth.
Maybe that means I've grown as a detective.
It means I've been a phenomenal mentor. But this Mystery Labyrinth seems different from the previous ones.
Yeah, this is the final chapter Mystery Labyrinth. Final trial.
I figured. We'll finally uncover Kanai Ward's ultimate secret, just up ahead. No matter what the truth may be, I will expose it. Whatever the mystery may be, I'll never turn my eyes away. That's my mission as a detective. Can I count on your support again, Shinigami?
Of course.
Still relying on others after all this time.
Are they going to do the dance?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Is he going to do it willingly this time?
Yes, I am.
We're going to see a new cutscene. Is it just going to be the same as usual? I was kind of hoping they'd do the dance, like Yuma would do the dance a lot more willingly this time. Instead, he still looks like a bewildered child. He's like, what are we doing?
Here's the solution key we'll need.
God, yeah, we got a lot of solution keys to go through for this one.
Thanks.
Oh, you've never thanked me for this before.
Yeah, like, even before, when they jumped into the Mystery Labyrinth last time, he took Shinigami by the hand and she got all bashful about it.
I considered just handing it over normally, but I'm glad I kept it this way instead.
You can do it normally!
Anyway, let's go. Let's unriddle this Mystery Labyrinth.
I'm really curious as to what the bigger mystery is going to be in this. Like, you know, because like in Danganronpa games, there's always like a bigger overarching mystery. Okay, now, before we start anything, let's go through the solution keys. Alright, restricted area. In Kanai Ward, corpses rot easily due to the humidity from the rain, so bodies are retrieved quickly. Corpses are loaded onto trucks and transported to the restricted area for disposal. The process is managed by a department with a handful of people working directly for Amaterasu's CEO. However, they are only involved in transportation and aren't aware of what happens afterwards. How the bodies are buried and who buries them is a mystery. Well, they don't get buried. However, it is easy to see that there are zombies wandering around the restricted area. While they do not smell like corpses, Shinigami says that they do not appear to be alive either. Right. Homunculus nutrition source. The letter attached to the arrow reads, Warning, homunculi are predisposed to eat human flesh in order to maintain the artificial organic synthesis in their cells. Currently, there are no alternative sources of nutrition and they grow sick if they do not consume human flesh. Particularly malnourished specimens will attack any human on site, so please do your best to be careful. From the Amaterasu Homunculus Research Department. Okay. Reaction to sound. Homunculi who have lost all reason seem to be attracted to sound. Okay. The Unmanned Factory. A factory operating in the restricted area of Kanai Ward where no one should be. Homunculus Research. Tesahiko's report says the following. Kanai Ward's history. Kanai Ward was just another remote city in the country. Its development began once Amaterasu headquartered there. 10 years ago, Amaterasu Corporation started their research on homunculi. Top-secret research kept from society, which Amaterasu loves for sure. And their client is UG, the United Government. I think that's what it is, right? Unified Government, sorry. Who spent a ton of money to keep the research secure. The only thing known about homunculus research is that human beings are created from human cells. DNA is extracted from a human that will serve as a base, which is then used to cultivate human cells. Unlike clones, they do not need to be grown from fetuses, and genetic data from the time of collection is replicated. It's an artificial human whose age, sex, and appearance have been perfectly copied. Right. 2 research facilities. Halara's report says the following. Regarding the 2 research facilities, the unified government has heavily invested in Amaterasu Corporation's homunculus research. However, it appears that there was another research facility of the same scale directly controlled by the United Government. They had 2 research facilities compete with one another in an attempt to further promote development. Naturally, the 2 facilities became rivals. Competition grew fierce. Soon they were resorting to any means necessary. Yeah, see, this is the problem. When you go and create the competition, it's like, oh, hopefully it'll inspire. But then, you get idiots like Dr. Wesker who are like, my pride is on the line. I have to sacrifice anyone I can to make sure it stays intact. Like, yeah, bad move. Amaterasu Corporation began conducting human experiments, but this did not lead to results. Meanwhile, the unified government's research gathered DNA through extra-legal means. They extracted DNA from particularly superior specimens and used those samples as the core for cells. Okay. The Blank Week Mystery. The Blank Week Mystery Incident. It is a taboo subject within Kanai Ward. Because no one remembers anything, what happened during that week is unknown. Everyone woke up one morning to find the entire city devastated, as if a tornado had swept through. Not only were the outdoors destroyed, but the insides of homes too. The date in Kanai Ward had moved forward by a week. To the residents, it felt as if they'd been asleep for that long. When they first woke up, the residents of Kanai Ward did not notice that time had passed. The only reason the gap was discovered was because of the businesses with dealings outside the city. The isolation of Kanai Ward began soon after. It became impossible to carry out a detailed investigation of what had happened, and with time, that week was forgotten. Had all the clocks in Kanai Ward malfunctioned? Did someone drug them all? Or perhaps the internal clocks of all residents were messed up, causing them to fall asleep for a whole week. There were plenty of rumours at the time, but no one knows the truth. What is certain is Karimi's grandfather went missing during the blank week, and the unending rain began soon after. 5 years ago, Yomi's rise. That guy. Yomi used Dr. Wesker to start training with outside military organizations. Thanks to this, Amaterasu Corporation became more and more successful, and Yomi gained much more influence. Alright. Cancellation of homunculus research. Makoto arrived in Kanai Ward shortly after the Blank Week Mystery and ordered the cancellation of the homunculus research. Homunculus characteristics. Vivia's report says the following. Regarding homunculus characteristics, homunculi do not die. Rather, even if they die, they come back to life. The unified government sought out and began research for military applications of homunculi. Their desire was to create an immortal army. God, when has that ever worked in the history of any gaming or story franchise where it's like, oh yeah, we'll create zombies for military purposes? Like, did they? It always just baffles me at just how short-sighted these freaking idiots are. Like, oh, what are we going to do when there's too many zombies? Like, how are we going to control the population? Like, God, they should have... Did Resident Evil teach them nothing? Like, my God. Their desire was to create an immortal army, yes. The homunculi looked identical to humans. You cannot tell them apart from one another in everyday life. They can become injured and ill. Some are handicapped, some are blind. But once they die, everything is repaired upon revival. Death acts as a switch for rebuilding their cells. It only takes one day. They are immortal and even have eternal youth. Their cells may grow, but they never deteriorate. They stop aging once their bodies stop growing. Those who have already stopped growing maintain that state. Okay, right, I'm glad we went through that. They're immortal and even have eternal youth. Their cells may grow, but they never deteriorate. Okay. There are many unknowns regarding homunculus memory, but they seem to inherit those of their originals. The memories at the time of DNA extraction are carried over and completely reconstructed in the brain's memory field. There's only one way to tell a homunculus and a human apart. Blood. Homunculi have special characteristics to their blood. Okay. Project Homunculus. In order to silence the pesky unified government and complete the homunculus experiments, Dr. Wesker purchased the entire village near the lab and made it a restricted area to conduct the work in secret. And so 3 years ago, the fateful project, Homunculus, began. Dr. Wesker. The homunculus test... homunculus test site. The homunculus test site was located inside the restricted area. Makoto Kagetsuchi. Makoto Kagetsuchi was the one who saved Kanai Ward from the unified government's plot. Makoto appeared in Kanai Ward from nowhere and volunteered to negotiate with the United Government, saying he had a special connection with them. Upon arriving at the negotiations table, he immediately announced that Kanai Ward would be isolated. The UG agreed and negotiations concluded with both sides accepting a non-intervention condition. As promised, Makoto was given the CEO position of Amaterasu Corporation, and the first thing he did was stop the homunculus research. The former CEO of Amaterasu stated Makoto loves Kanai Ward and its residents. That's right, we met him earlier. Former CEO of Amaterasu Corporation. Former CEO of Amaterasu Corporation was in the restricted area. He conceded his position as CEO to Makoto. Information on Kanai Ward's past. It is a fact the United Government once planned to occupy Kanai Ward. They might have been trying to steal the rights to Amaterasu Corporation. The Doctor's Confession video. A video recorded by the Doctor. He talks about his homunculus research. 14 hours have passed since Project Homunculus began. I'll get straight to the point. Project Homunculus is a failure. Something unexpected occurred in our efforts to find stable DNA. Although we successfully created homunculi, the results have been dubbed defective. At the end of recording, he's shown being killed by an out-of-control defective homunculus. Defective homunculus. To summarize all information gathered so far, defective homunculi have two flaws. One is an extreme decrease in intelligence that occurs when they are revived. They may be immortal, but returning from death transforms them into monsters that seek human flesh. In other words, they turn into zombies. The other flaw is sunlight. When defective homunculi encounter sunlight, an allergic reaction to ultraviolet rays causes them to become extremely stressed and lose control. They return to normal as soon as they are out of the sun, but while they're berserk, they lose all reason and memories. If left in this berserk state, they eventually die and return as zombies. Okay. Homunculus Experiment Report Memo. Fubuki's report says the following. Homunculus Experiment Report. My apologies, I do not understand what is on the computer screen, so I will copy it down word for word. 3 years ago, the Unified Government's research facility successfully created the first homunculus. The secret to their success was the DNA used as the core for their artificial cells. Their focus was on individual differences in DNA, and so they experimented with various people. They found success in one person's DNA, someone believed to have the world's greatest mind. But because of that superior mind, the completed homunculus was able to reflect on its condition. As a result, it realized it was a homunculus and escaped the research facility. Currently, that specimen is still missing. Blood tests for all residents. A few years ago, a blood test was conducted on all Kanai Ward residents. The Peacekeepers ordered it, and no one could refuse. The Peacekeepers claimed it was a test for a contagious disease. Memo on corpse. A memo found in the pocket of a corpse in the factory refrigerator. It says the following. Where am I? Where am I being taken to? Everyone here is a dangerous criminal that deserves a death sentence. That ruthless killer, that vile kidnapper, everyone's crying as they pray to God. Will we be serving out sentences here together, with no trial? Shit! If only we'd never been caught by the WDO. They locked us up in here like animals. Those bastards! We were brought here by the WDO's number one. He's called the world's greatest mind, isn't he? Why would the top detective do this? What is he thinking? How could this be allowed? Damn it, what will happen to us? Rain cloud generating device. The device located in the restricted area. It can artificially generate rain clouds. This is the cause of the rain in Kanai Ward. Okay. Alright, so my theory for this all is that everyone in the city is a homunculus, whether they realize it or not. That's why they had the blood test for everybody, and those who didn't submit to it disappeared as a result. Because I remember Kurumi saying her grandfather disappeared when he refused to take the blood test. And I remember Kurumi also collapsed once we turned the rain machine off as well, and there was the warning telling everyone to stay indoors. And because the meat buns are basically using human corpses in their construction, I think this is a way of ensuring that everyone in Kanai Ward doesn't go crazy from not having proper sustenance, like fresh human flesh to be specific. But so I think that's what's going on here. Like, everyone in Kanai Ward is a homunculi, and in terms of the homunculus that the UG created, I'm willing to bet that that's probably Yuma. I don't have an explanation as to why yet, but I think if it's got to come in some way, because it would either be Yuma or it would be Makoto, but I just can't see it being Makoto. So I do wonder, though, if it is Makoto, he would be a homunculi of the world number 1. But then they said that the homunculus has gone missing. So, yeah, I think it's got to be Yuma. Yuma would be my guess as to who it is. But as to all the other, that would be the secret behind Yuma, I'm guessing. But yeah, I don't know about any of what other bigger mysteries are going to talk about here. The only other person I thought it could be the homunculus that escaped is the person that we've seen running around with the hood on. The one that, we still haven't gotten an ID on. So there's also the question about why the WDO was destroyed. Like, I get the feeling maybe that the WDO was working with to supply bodies, or at least the people at the top were to supply bodies to Kanai Ward to keep it a secret, so that the homunculus secret would remain that way. But then it doesn't make sense why they would send detectives there to discover the biggest secret if they already knew. So anyway, I'm still not 100% sure on what it is that we're trying to discover here, because I think that's Kanai Ward's ultimate secret, and that I think everybody was killed off during the Blank Week mystery, either by homunculi or it was a mass extermination. And then they were all replaced with homunculi, and that's why the city looked destroyed. Because they all went out of control until they got the rain generating machine up, and then they were all okay. So anyway, enough speculating. Let's get into it and find out what's going on. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, I just hope we get everything wrapped up in this, because I just don't want any plot threads left dangling. So let's go. I think this is going to be a super long mystery labyrinth, though. Like the end of a Danganronpa trial, where you discover one mystery and then have a whole bunch of other ones.
Kanai Ward.
Yep.
The mystery this time seems to be deeply related to Kanai Ward itself.
Oh, there's a
Just
mystery
like you
fan.
said, Master, if we keep going, we should be able to expose Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
This place seems fit for the final mystery.
Speaking of, why do you think this is the last mystery labyrinth?
Because it's
No
chapter
reason.
5.
It just feels like that. I think I needed your powers in order to expose Kanai Ward's ultimate secret in the first place. I've got a feeling that when we solve this mystery, our pact will come to an end.
Oh?
Am I wrong?
You know I can't reveal anything about our pact. Regardless, if I train you to be a great detective, there'll come a day you won't need me anymore.
But there's still a ways to go before I can call myself a true detective. At the very least, I have to eradicate all unsolved mysteries from this world and bring happiness to everyone.
I think I've heard that before somewhere.
Don't you remember? You heard that from the person who left the strongest impression on you.
Oh, right, you're just a copycat.
I'm copying nobody. I'm just echoing what they said. I guess you could say they influenced me.
Because they were
If that was said by
Yuma?
a detective you admire, it seems like a good idea to aim for the same goal.
The other thing as well is, like, I don't think that the other master
Wait, here it
detectives are
comes!
dead.
It's the mystery protecting Kanai Ward's ultimate secret!
Because I feel like that was just too abrupt that they all just died. Like, I think there's got to be something more to this.
Then we just need to solve it. Let's go, Shinigami.
Alright, slice my throat open. What was the cause of Amaterasu and Kanai Ward's development? Keymeister 2. Okay. What was it that got the development started? I think the report you picked up at the factory said something. Yeah. Okay, restricted area, homunculus research. Yeah, it's got to be homunculus research. I'm guessing Makoto's going to be the mystery phantom in this one, if there is a mystery phantom. Still want to know what his deal is as well.
The mystery of Kanai Ward began with the homunculus research.
Yeah, there's no mistake that's the root cause of what's going on in this city.
Ooh,
So
nice
it
lab.
involves the mystery of the homunculus research? Let's clear it up all at once, Master!
Alright. Why did the unified government request the homunculus research? Military purposes.
Right here!
Right now. Although I just thought, I don't know if Makoto would be a mystery phantom in here, because it seems like he wants us to discover the truth.
The Yuji wanted to create an immortal army, and requested that Amaterasu conduct homunculus research.
Basically, it was for military purposes.
God, they're a real
What
umbrella
exactly are
corporation.
homunculi?
They're artificially made human beings. Human DNA is extracted to use as a base to grow human cells. The age, gender, and looks are synthetically copied onto an artificial human.
What's the fun in copying people to begin with? That's something I'll never understand. Humans are such weird creatures.
Yes, they are. Oh, mystery phantom time. All right, who is it? Is it Makoto?
Is that a mystery phantom?
Oh no, it's the
But whose phantom is it?
hooded figure. Oh my god.
It's me! Why?
Yeah. Is that the homunculus? Or is he the homunculus?
The mystery phantom is the materialization of someone who wants to conceal the truth. Master, you want to hide the truth?
No.
Me? That's impossible!
Master, quick! Defeat Master right away!
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, it definitely is a Makoto try to stop us. So which one is the homunculus? Is Yuma the homunculus, or is that one the homunculus? It would make sense if that one was the homunculus, but... yeah, I don't know. Unless is Yuma somehow related to number one? Reasoning deathmatch. Alright, what do we got here?
Don't go any further! There's nothing up ahead! Let's give up and go home. What I'm looking for doesn't exist.
Oh, can't repel that one? Whoops.
Damn!
That wasn't it.
Good luck!
Were there any statements that bothered you? Think carefully and look for any contradictions. Sorry, jumped in too quickly there. Okay, got it.
Don't go any further! There's nothing up ahead!
There's plenty up ahead.
Let's give up and go home. What I'm looking for doesn't exist. Homunculi are just a fantasy. My claim doesn't
No, they're
hold
not.
up.
It doesn't.
It's not a fantasy! Homunculi do exist!
Yeah, we saw them everywhere.
No, homunculi don't exist! I was wrong! Completely wrong! The homunculi don't exist!
Oops.
Have you even seen a homunculus? Do you have any proof they exist? It's true it was being researched. But that research was cancelled!
Oh, that's not it.
Say,
We heard about how Amaterasu's research was discontinued. Oh, right, sorry. What about the result? If the research failed, then that would mean the homunculi don't exist.
That's right!
The report Fubuki left should have information about the results. Let's take another look at it, then. I might find something that will let me refute the statement.
The homunculi don't exist! Have you even seen a homunculus? Do you have any proof they exist?
We got plenty of proof they exist.
It's true it was being researched. But that research was cancelled! That research was a complete failure. They weren't able to succeed. Homunculi don't exist!
Was that it back there? Yeah, I think that was it back there. You may want to cover up the truth, Master, but there's no doubt a homunculi was there. Homunculus, sorry. Do you have anything that might prove that, Main Master?
For now,
For now, let's check the solution keys. Okay, I think I'm
homunculi
with
don't exist. Have you even seen a homunculus? Do you have any proof they exist? It's true it was being researched. But that research was cancelled.
Yeah.
That research was a complete failure.
No, it wasn't. They did create it, it just had flaws.
No, 3 years ago, the UG successfully manufactured a homunculus. The report Fubuki left me clearly said so. So, that really was me. Why would I be a mystery phantom?
Because one of you is a homunculus.
there's no point thinking about these things if you have no clues. Let's keep going.
Because I wonder if the memory we saw from him back at the end of chapter 2, I think it was, when he was in the water, was actually from the original Yuma.
Anyway, the unified government must have really wanted to make that homunculus. They tasked Amaterasu to make it, but set up their own research facilities as well.
They tried to accelerate the research by having these two facilities compete with each other. The unified government was first to have their experiments succeed. But apparently, that was the only successful experiment.
Those are some terrible odds.
Yeah.
What I want to know is the identity of that homunculus they were able to create. According to the report Fubuki left behind,
They found success in one person's DNA. Someone believed to have the world's greatest mind.
I said it before and I'll say it again. The other master detectives better not just be dead like this. Like, if that's a real cop-out if that's what's happened. Like, I don't think they're dead. I think there's got to be some bigger thing going on here and it was just made to look as if they were dead.
the only successful specimen was from the world's greatest mind.
It's got to be number 1, right? Oh, here he comes again.
He's back! The world's dumbest looking mystery phantom!
He looks dumb?
Yeah, he does, actually. I mean, God, look at him. All he's got are fluoro eyes. Where's the whole fluoro deck out that the other characters got? Come on, transform.
Hey, run away! After him! Chase that clone with Master's dumb face!
This time you directly said I was dumb.
It's funny we're going to the clock tower. Oh.
The clock tower! It's blocking the path!
Just solve the mystery like you always do! You got this!
Who is the person with the world's greatest mind? It's got to be number one. I wonder who that was about. I'm totally drawing blanks. No, it's got to be homunculus characteristics, doctor's confession, memo on court. Yeah, it's got to be. There we go.
The true identity of the world's greatest mind was written on a memo left by the dead criminal in the refrigerator. It's the person known as number one of the World Detective Organization. He ran off again! What's going on? It's like he's trying to lead me somewhere.
All right.
Shinigami?
It's nothing! Anyway, let's go after him!
To think, the only successful homunculus was based on the world's greatest mind. Number one of the WDO. But if that's true, then there's something else bothering me about it.
Hey, Master!
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking about how we should keep our focus on Kanai Ward's mysteries.
Oh, what do you know,
I mean, the
Shinigami?
completed homunculus disappeared, right? So that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here.
You can't say for certain it's unrelated.
Well, number one was that old man, right? You never saw him anywhere in Kanai Ward.
That's true. I didn't see him in the city.
See? I told you that homunculus has nothing to do with this stuff. Besides, world's greatest mind. He got blown up with that building, right?
What are you hiding,
That's
Shinigami?
true, though I feel like he went down too easily.
Yeah.
Who cares about that old geezer? Let's talk about Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Sure.
Alright, let's have a look. Alright, so now we're going through chapter 2. Oh yeah, so that was chapter 1 before with all the string around the nails.
Succeeded in their homunculus experiment. Problem is Kanai Ward. What happened to the research being done here?
We already know that. It failed.
Seems like that's the mystery we face.
What occurred at Kanai Ward in the name of scientific research?
By the way,
You talked to the Flatty about what happened 3 years ago, right? If you forgot, look over the solution keys. Right. 5 years ago, Yomi's rise. Yomi used Dr. Wesker to start trading, cancellation. Makoto arrived to the Blank Creek mystery and ordered the cancellation of the homunculus research, Project Homunculus. In order to silence the pesky unified government, Dr. Wesker purchased the entire village near the lab and made a restricted area. What occurred at Kanai Ward in the name? Yeah, it had to have been this one, right? Yeah.
Under the UG's jurisdiction, Amaterasu Corp grew impatient and conducted an experiment 3 years ago. That was known as Project Homunculus.
wasn't Dr. Weska in charge of that? What was it all about anyway?
I don't know the exact details.
Come on, yes we do.
That's what we have to figure out next.
What was done in Kanai Ward for the sake of
I
research?
wonder what was done to prepare for Project Homunculus.
Looks like that's where we're starting. Good luck, Master!
Okay. What was done? Unmanned. Oh, God. Stupid joystick. Okay, unmanned factory, cancellation. Blood test for all residents. That's right. Oh, and now here we are in Chapter 3, Doya
Something
District.
else also happened in Kanai Ward 3 years ago, at the same time as Project Homunculus. All the residents were forced to take a blood test.
So they could get DNA and turn them all into homunculus.
Maybe those mandatory blood tests had something to do with Project Homunculus?
It's true both took place 3 years ago, so I doubt they're unrelated.
Yeah.
Which means the blood test wasn't checking for some contagious disease among the residents. They were extracting DNA from everyone to see who was suitable for homunculus research. Wait, if that's the case, then Project Homunculus is...
Here comes the Phantom.
Now there's a flood? There are some stairs over there! Master, run!
Right!
This place seems familiar.
Yeah, it looks like Doya District. I wonder if we have to go through here.
Seems that way. Okay then, let's go!
Oh, the flood waters are rising. Alright, let me turn around. Oh god, I thought there was a freaking gumshoe gap there. Actually, that just reminded me, sorry, because I know I did all the gumshoe gabs off screen before, and yeah, okay, so they didn't give me any points and stuff, because I know it would have been good to have gotten the points from doing those, just so I could have updated the entire skill tree, but at the same time, like, I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to start the Mystery Labyrinth until I'd done them all, so oh well, that's okay. Just thought we might have gotten the points for it, but... Just, has anything changed in the profiles for everyone? Nice Forte. Okay, no, nothing changed. Okay, sorry, just a little side trip there. Alright, what do we got now? Up we go.
Looks like you discovered something about Project Homunculus.
Of course I did.
But
Got all the solution keys.
What's wrong?
Yeah, he's realized the harsh truth.
well, if it's what I think it is, then horrible things were done for this research.
Yep.
You're getting pretty horrible here too! Master, concentrate!
Yeah, it's definitely
must be
Kanai
it.
Ward's residents.
I knew it. It's hard to believe,
Yeah.
but it's the truth. Project Homunculus was an effort to create homunculi out of all the residents in Kanai Ward.
All of them?
Yeah, that's why the city's in perpetual rain.
After Amaterasu was outdone by their rival, they started searching for suitable DNA in every possible way. And that's what the blood tests were for. They created homunculi out of every citizen in town.
Yeah.
Even if a few failed, all they needed was one successful specimen. That was the purpose behind Project Homunculus.
So, what happened after that?
Well,
They all went crazy during the Blank Week mystery, I guess.
Master, you better concentrate!
Yeah,
this must
the
be
Blank
it.
Week mystery.
In the end, Project Homunculus was a failure. And as a result, The blank week mystery occurred. The defective homunculi from the experiment were
Destroyed the
responsible
city.
for that event.
Yeah.
I'll get straight to the point. Project Homunculus is a failure.
Big frickin' surprise, considering it came from you.
Something unexpected occurred in our efforts to find suitable DNA. Although we successfully created homunculi, the results have been dubbed defective.
The event Kurumi mentioned, where the city was ruined while everyone slept. The destruction of the giant shutters of the lab where the experiment took place. All of that was caused when the defective homunculi attacked Kanai Ward.
And destroyed
The
everyone.
entire city was destroyed by defective homunculi, and no one's ever said a thing about it? And what is the blank week mystery anyway? How can a whole week pass in a single night?
Right. Those are the mysteries we need to unravel to get to the heart of the blank week. But I still haven't gathered my thoughts about it.
I still think everyone was killed. Oh.
Master, the Mystery Labyrinth is getting testy! You have to give an answer now!
Yeah.
No, but
I'll help you. Let's lay it all out together!
Oh yeah. Let's go, Shinigami. We're gonna be on a sunset beach again? Yeah, sunset beach. Alright. No, she doesn't even wink this time. Shinigami puzzle. Alright. Okay, good. All of Kanai Ward's residents were... It's gotta be killed. Or replaced. Is it replaced? Yeah, replaced. Okay. Okay, good. Keep that up. Ricade. Ruta Buta Zoot. Yeah, I knew it. They're all homunculi. And then their originals were probably fed to the homunculi to keep them all from going crazy. Yeah, I knew it. Alright, let's go. Come on, Shinigami, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, they were all replaced! What the actual Here we are, back on the rooftop. Where good old Shachi met his end.
Great job, Master! Awesome teamwork!
Now freak out.
Master?
Yeah.
they were all swapped during
Yeah.
the blank week mystery.
Right, but who or what was swapped?
Shinigami, were you just sitting in that barrel looking pretty? I guess you were.
Everyone in Kanai Ward. Each resident was replaced by their homunculus. It happened during the blank week mystery.
God.
Huh? Everyone? Come on, that couldn't have happened.
Of course it happened!
It's impossible.
Oh, God.
It's too ridiculous to think they all could be swapped with homunculi.
No, it
That's
isn't.
nothing but a fantasy.
Huh? Which is the real master?
Obviously,
I'm the
it's
real
me.
master.
The blank week mystery has nothing to do with homunculi. Your deduction is wrong. Everything you say is wrong.
Ugh, shut up.
Master! Master's getting closer!
I just said I'm the real one.
Even in dire situations, Yuma, you still can act. Your lack of self-esteem shows. Alright. Yeah, it's why Kanai Ward has to be kept in perpetual rain. Alright.
You're wrong.
No, you're wrong.
They couldn't have been swapped. Impossible.
Is it
It's a
impossible?
fantasy you made up. All of it. All of it, all of it, all of it!
Oh, God. Ah, move.
Everything you say is wrong!
Okay, I think it's impossible.
Master!
There should be a contradiction somewhere. You gotta find it and repel it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. Yeah, it's gotta be impossible.
You're wrong! They couldn't have been swapped!
It's either that one or the impossible one.
Impossible!
Yeah. Yeah, oh, so, okay. Must be the other one.
Damn!
Damn it, that wasn't it.
Good luck!
Were there any statements that bothered you? Think carefully and look for any contradictions. Okay,
Yeah.
it's gotta be the second one. Okay, got it.
You're wrong!
Yeah, it's gotta be the second one.
They couldn't have been swapped!
Ah, for God's sake!
Impossible!
Jesus Christ. Yeah, just die. I don't care. I don't care. Die. Right, come on.
Master!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're wrong! They couldn't have been swapped!
Oh, for this game. Like, seriously. Get out of the white noise. Get out of the way. Just die, Yuma. I don't care. Take it. God's sake.
Master!
Yeah.
I hate you.
You're wrong! They couldn't have been swapped!
Oh my God. I hate this game. Sorry, guys. I don't care. I don't care. I hate you. 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 Fake bloody Yuma.
Master!
Yeah.
Right, I'm putting the shields on. I'm sick of it.
You're wrong! They couldn't have been swapped! My claim doesn't hold up!
Finally. Jesus, yeah. Let me come over there and run you through with this blade now.
No! There's proof they switched! No, that's a lie! It's all made up!
It's not lying second. Homunculus
Residents
characteristics.
were swapped with homunculi? That's impossible! Something else caused the blank week. Everyone was
Oops.
drugged and knocked out! Every resident fell asleep. So, there's a gap in their memories. That's why the memories connect across that week. That's impossible if they were swapped. If they were swaps, they'd be different beings.
Oh, what? I don't think there's evidence to refute that statement right now. What about the solution key, though? Homunculi apparently inherit... Yeah, okay, maybe I gotta wait. In other words, if they are separate entities, their memories wouldn't change. Okay.
Residents were swapped with homunculi? That's impossible! Something else caused the blank week. Everyone was drugged and knocked out! Every resident fell asleep. So, there's a gap in their memories. That's why the memories connect across that week. That's impossible if they were swapped. If they were swaps, they'd be different beings. Their memories would be totally different too.
No, that's the one.
This mystery.
Got a little too zealous before. Yeah. Screw you.
A homunculus retains all the memories their original had when their DNA was first extracted. That's why the specimens created by the experiment also have memories from before the blood test. It explains how their memories are linked. No, your reasoning is obviously wrong.
No, it's not. Homunculus research.
They can inherit memories? What about the week no one remembers? If memories are kept after swapping, there wouldn't be a gap in their memories. But the blank week is part of every resident's memory. This fact proves it.
Oh, I think it's supposed to be defective
Nothing
homunculus.
swapped places with the residents.
Yeah, I think I missed it. If the memories were inherited, then there shouldn't be a gap in them. And I doubt all the residents have amnesia for a week.
No.
No, maybe it is possible that everyone lost their memories. Really? Did you have evidence to prove it? Take another look at the solution keys, Master. Alright,
They
yeah,
can
I think it's this
inherit
one.
memories. What about the week no one
Yeah, let me just double check this. Defective homunculus. Yeah, there we go. It is that one. Okay.
members? If memories are kept after swapping, there wouldn't be a gap in their memories. The blank week is part of every resident's memory. This fact proves it. Nothing swapped places with the residents.
Ah, what? I missed it.
No.
Then...
They can inherit memories. What about the week no one remembers? If memories are kept after swapping, there wouldn't be a gap in their memories. This is the
Right,
truth.
there it is.
Defective homunculi go berserk in sunlight. They lose all sense of reason as well as their memories. The sunlight made them go wild as soon as they were born, wiping their memories during that time.
Yeah.
There was sunlight shining through the lab. Maybe it was to test if the creatures had overcome that weakness. But the experiment failed.
In a previous experiment, a defective homunculus was exposed and died. Trying to adjust for it worked against us. Made them even more violent and...
Must be light or sunlight.
They went berserk and attacked Kanai Ward. When they eventually returned to their senses, their memories were reset to before the blood test. An entire week had passed by then. But But since none of them remembered what happened, the week felt like a single day to them.
That's what caused the blank week mystery?
Yep. Oh god, you still want to keep going? Jesus. Get lost, Roxas.
What's with him? Why is he laughing?
Wait, what did you just figure out, Yuma? Oh. Yep, back we go.
I don't believe it. Everyone in Kanai Ward is a homunculus?
Yep.
Yeah, there's no mistake. This city is a city of homunculi.
Is that why Makoto says he loves this city?
And Fuzzhead too?
Yeah.
Everybody?
The Fuzzhead, definitely.
But no one mentioned anything like that. How'd they manage to hide it?
They don't know.
I don't think any of them knew they'd been replaced by homunculi either. That's because they lost those memories when they emerged as homunculi and went wild.
What happened to the original residents? The ones who first lived in Kanai Ward?
They're all dead. They were fed to them, I reckon, in that factory.
They're gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Like dead, gone.
When the defective homunculi went berserk and attacked Kanai Ward, the original residents died. All of them.
Yeah.
They're all dead?
That explains how the homunculi replaced their originals after they returned to their senses. By the time the homunculi regained consciousness, the originals were gone.
I'm sure as well if there'd been any left, like in the case of Kurumi's grandfather, they probably would have either been evacuated or they would have been taken somewhere and imprisoned.
With the exception of those like Kurumi's grandfather, who refused the blood test and vanished completely. That's because those who didn't have their DNA extracted had no homunculus to replace them.
So if they were killed without a substitute in place, they were considered missing.
This is the tragedy that befell Kanai Ward 3 years ago. That's the truth behind the blank week mystery.
God, that is so f***ed up. Everything's sinking.
The city is falling apart!
God, this reminds me of something out of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, out of a Kingdom Hearts game.
You destroyed it.
Oh, shut up.
You exposed the mystery behind the city. You are an uninvited guest here. You're the enemy. But it's not over yet. You still haven't reached the truth behind this city.
We haven't?
I won't let it happen. I will shelter the mystery of Kanai Ward.
Oh, God. You just won't quit. So then why the hell, like, the WDO must have known about this, though, already. Especially if number one was involved. Unless his hands were tied and he wanted us to expose it. Alright, memo on the corpse, doctor's confession, homunculus cat.
Look, I keep telling you. Swapping places is just in your head. You have no proof a switch even took place. There's zero evidence for that.
It's gotta be the doctor's confession video. I might have missed it.
The homunculi were destroyed after the experiment.
Oh, what? Damn it.
Master?
It's hard to refute that statement. There's nothing proving whether or not the homunculi were disposed of. We should be focused on that video. Looks the other. Okay, so I've got the right one. Within that video, I could at least prove one person was killed. Oh, okay, I gotta
Look,
wait.
I keep telling you.
Okay, sorry, I got overzealous.
Swapping places is just in your head. You have no proof a switch even took place. There's zero evidence for that. The homunculi were destroyed after the experiment. At the hands of the researchers who saw failures. That's why it's impossible! Homunculi would have attacked the city! No one was killed by the homunculi! This is the truth!
Yes, they were. You lying sack of shit!
Dr. Wesker left a video journal discussing the conclusions of Project Homunculus. It clearly shows the Doctor dying at the hands of a defective homunculus who went out of control. But we met the Doctor at Amaterasu's lab, even though he should have been dead already.
Yeah, he was a homunculus as well.
The fact that we met him after he died proves he and the other citizens were all replaced by homunculi.
Well, doesn't prove that all of them were, but it does prove that he was at least.
I see. So the doctor at the lab was also swapped out homunculus.
That's why he didn't know about the results of the experiment. And also why he knew nothing about the blank week mystery.
He
Right.
didn't even remember the terrible things he did.
Yeah. God, he was worse than
He
Yomi.
caused the city's greatest tragedy. But maybe what little conscience he had left urged him to leave evidence. No, not yet.
Oh, God, you want more? Come and get it.
Refuse to give up.
I'll run you through with this sword at our next encounter. Come on, bring it.
I have to protect Kanai Ward!
Why? What are you so hell-bent on protecting Kanai Ward for?
Why does the other master want to protect Kanai Ward so badly?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it because he's worried about the world finding out about it and then everyone being killed off?
You don't fully understand it yet.
No, I
You
don't.
know nothing about Kanai Ward. What do you know about its darkness?
God.
Master, watch out!
What is the reason for the unending rain in Kanai Ward? Yeah, it's to stop everyone from going crazy. Oh, to block out. Sorry. It was that one. Sorry. Yes, I died.
You don't
Bullet
fully
copy.
understand it yet. You know nothing about Kanai Ward. What do you know about its darkness?
Alright.
Master, cut it to pieces!
Yeah, that's it. In your... Did that kill him?
The rain clouds covered Kanai Ward to block out sunlight, which homunculi are vulnerable to. The homunculi stopped their attack thanks to the clouds covering the city.
Yeah, run.
Master, don't let him get away! You gotta finish this!
Alright, but I think we'll finish it on the next chapter because I don't know how much longer this is going to go for. So I think we're just starting this whole mystery out. So, alright. So we've basically worked out the secret of Kanai Ward. I guess when we come back, we're going to find out more about it. So thanks for joining me, guys. I look forward to seeing you for the next chapter. Bye.